Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 413. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, the Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Facebook side. Join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, tell a joke, promote your business, whatever you like. And also, if you could share this out, I really appreciate it. And that's so more people here in Durham can find out what is indeed happening. So we're going to start out with the word page. That is the government or nonprofit information page. Grab my notes, grab my iPad. So there's some really great programs and services that are being offered by local nonprofits, the city of Durham and also Durham County. So go up and down the pages, see you get help with your water bill, get help with your down payment if you're low income, want to buy a house, that sort of thing. And also, with today being Thursday the 13th, there are some city board vacancies that you might want to help fill if you have special interest in any of these areas. So what you have to do is to put in like an application. So all you have to do is to click on the link that I provide for more information. Let me tell you where the vacancies are. The Carolina Theater of Durham Board of Trustees, the Durham Cultural Advisory Board, the Durham Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Commission, and the Workforce Development Board. Now, if you're not interested in any of those, I'll just give you a sneak peek to next week's deadline, which is the 20th. There are vacancies that you can help fill in the Affordable Housing Implementation Committee, the Durham Workers' Rights Commission, and also the Human Relations Committee. So if you're interested in any of those, just put in that application. All right, let's see. The Durham County Libraries are all open until 6, and that does include Bragtown this time. They all reopen at 9:30, except for Bragtown. Bragtown will reopen tomorrow at 10. Let's see what's shaking at the Durham Tech Small Business Center, where you can learn how to be an entrepreneur for free. They have in-person classes and online classes. The online classes are actually offered across the state. So I'm going to post those too and let you know about them. So today's class is ending at 1. It's called Selling on Shopify. But there's another class I want you to know about, and that's going to be tomorrow at 11. So tomorrow, growing your entrepreneurial instincts and behaviors. Now, that sounds interesting. So if you want to learn more, it's a free class, and it's in person. Let me tell you where it is. The Chesterfield Building. You've seen it. It's got the giant sign, that giant red sign on top. 701 West Main Street, Suite 203. Now, there's a few parking spaces behind the building. And just between you and me, don't tell everybody, but there's like a 2 or 3 block segment of Peabody. You know where Peabody is? Okay, it's right there by the back door. So there's free parking on Peabody, just to let you know. So if all the parking spaces are taken behind the building or at the side of the building, then go over to Peabody, and I'll bet you'll be able to find a free parking space. Okay, let me continue. Okay, so for today's online classes, here's one. This is from 1 until 3, so you might want to sign up for this real quick. How to find, interview, and hire magical people. And here's another one, excuse me. From 6 until 8, social media and digital marketing. Mastering Google Business Resources. Now, that is something that Guy, our cook, who's waiting in the wings, he knows all about that. So that's going to be tonight from 6 until 8. And again, it's Mastering Google Business Resources. And here's one more. Basics of Grant Writing, and that is also from 6 until 8. But don't worry, if there's 2 classes that are happening at the same time, don't worry about it, because very often you'll see it pop up again in the very near future. So anyway, so these are online classes. So just go to the word page, scroll down to where it says Durham Technical Community College Small Business Center, and then you'll see everything that I'm posting. Plus, you can click on a link and see additional webinars that I didn't have room for on the word page. All right, let's go to the health page. To your health, where I do have your COVID-19 test and vaccine updates. I also have the news that the Pfizer COVID-19 booster vaccines are now available for the little ones from ages 6 months through 4 years old. So now you can finally do that. You can go to the Durham County Department of Public Health, 414 East Main Street, and just know that the clinics are open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, not today, but from 9 until 4:30. So make those plans, and just know that they close for lunch for 1 hour starting at noon. They have to eat. All right, let's see what else is on the health page. You can get an antioxidant scan from 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 Pharmacy free of charge all this month. They are in the Woodcroft Shopping Center. Antioxidants are associated with, they help protect against chronic inflammation, and that's associated with, diabetes, heart disease, etc. So you can find out the level of antioxidants that you have in your skin, and that is a free thing that you can do this month at 𝗕𝗨𝗟 Pharmacy. All right. And NAMI Durham, it is Thursday, isn't it? So NAMI Durham, let me tell you what NAMI stands for, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So they're going to have a stress and anxiety support group for African Americans. They do this every Thursday. It's online, and it's from 7 until 9. It's like a guided conversation, so it's not going to be just a bunch of people complaining. So you can get your validation, you can get your tips, you can share information. It's a really nice thing. It's called the Stress and Anxiety Support Group for African Americans, free online from 7 until 9. And now we're going to, wait a minute. The Blood Connection has a blood drive. I'm glad I took notes. Let me scroll down. This is going to be tomorrow. So the Blood Connection is going to have a blood drive tomorrow at Hendrick South Point. That is at 200 Kentington Drive, and that starts at 10 and ends at 2 tomorrow. And I'll remind you about it tomorrow during tomorrow's show. Now let's go to the senior page, Senior Scope, and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, which is at 406 Grigsby Avenue. A fun place to be, free membership, classes. They've got the workout room with all the weights and those big inflatable bouncy balls and all the machines and all that stuff. There's also classes, like for example, there's an African drumming class today. They have lunch, free lunch. So anyway, it's a great place to hang out. And a piano that you can play whenever you like, which is very sweet. So let's see, today's Thursday. Let me check my notes. In just a few minutes, there's going to be a caregiver. Let me find it. Caregiver support group. They will be meeting in person at the center at 12:30. I know it's hard to get away if you're caring for someone at home with Alzheimer's or dementia, but if you can get away, there's a really nice event so that you can get some tips and maybe share some tips and get some advice as well. And resources, very important. So that starts at 12:30. Also starting at 12:30, and you have a couple of seconds to call and register for this one. It is the Durham Volunteer Network Speaker Series featuring guests from Families Moving Forward. You can learn about local volunteer opportunities, and that will start at 12:30 and will go until 1:30. This is co-sponsored by OLLI, also known as OLLI, and also the AmeriCorps RSVP. Okay. Really important, Ensure handout. It's once a month. It's happening tomorrow. So you can get some free Ensure. You know how expensive it is. If you buy it for your loved ones or yourself, you know how expensive it is. It's from 10 until 11, free. Have your photo ID tomorrow when you drop by, and you ask Miss Barbara or whoever's on the desk to guide you to the support services office, and then you can get some free Ensure. Also, let me just share some advice real quick. Ensure is a great way to help someone with, very often people with, like I was taking care of my aunt, she had Alzheimer's, and she was losing weight, and she really needed, she didn't like to eat necessarily. Sometimes she did, sometimes she didn't, but she loved the Ensure shakes that I made for her. So you put the medication, you chop it up or smash it, whatever, and you put it in the Ensure, and you do this first. You put the Ensure in a blender. Hopefully you have a blender. So you put the Ensure in the blender with chocolate and I would put ice cream on there because I wanted my aunt to gain weight to keep her weight on. Put some ice cream in there. And then I would crush her pills because she hated taking the pills. So I crushed the pills and put them in there. That was a great way to also dispense her medication. And she absolutely loved those shakes. So, and sure, some people like the taste, some people don't. My aunt didn't care because, like I said, I put the chocolate in there and the ice cream. That's just my advice for someone who wants to help their loved ones keep the weight and also take those medications. So there you go. Good memories, good memories. Okay. What else is on the Senior Scope page? Let's see. Told you about that. Told you about that. I mentioned African drumming, so that is today, 12:30 until 1:30. And you do have to have your own conga drum or what's that other djembe drum or whatever. So that's going to be today. It's free, 12:30 to 1:30. And now let's go to the Let's Go page, and that is the calendar of events page. We're going to scroll down to 13. We're going to scroll down to 13. Whoops. There we are. So let's see. Book harvest already happened. Okay. New Visions of Africa restaurant will be giving away meals to people in need from 3 until 4. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus, and they're right next door to W.D. Hill on Fayetteville Street. The Caroline Daily Recital emanates from Duke University Chapel, starting at 4:59 on the dot, and will end at 5:20. You don't have to go to Duke Chapel. Turn up your, go to Facebook Live, turn up your speaker, and enjoy. High Wire Brewing Durham, they're having their mini pop-up market that is every Thursday, 6 until 8, where they choose an arts and crafts vendor. They set up shop, so to speak, and then they get to show off what they make and make some sales too. So if you want to be considered, I do have a link so that you can fill out the form and be chosen for the next one. Now, you know the Durham Bulls, the season has already started, and once a month they're going to have Bark in the Park. This is where you can take your little pooch to the ball game. Now you do have to, they do advise that you take into consideration your pet's personality. Just make sure that, the sounds of shouting and, the music and the noise and the applause and all that does not spook your pet. So if your pet is nicely personalized, or if that's the right name or word, then go ahead and take them to the ball game. Bark in the Park is tonight at 6:35. You do have to buy a ticket for yourself and also your pet. Proceeds will benefit the, let me make sure that I have it right, Second Chance Pet Adoption Program. And tickets start at $5.50, so it's not super expensive. So there are certain sections that you have to choose, like 128, 130, 132, 134, or the lawn. That sounds like fun. And like I said, the ticket prices, or rather proceeds, are donated to Second Chance Pet Adoption Program. Super fun. And you probably have to have a leash, I'm assuming. For more information, I do have a link for you so you can find out what else you have to pay attention to. Oh, let me tell you who they're playing. So the Durham Bulls will be beating the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. What is an iron pig? I have no. Guy R. Cook, if you happen to know what that is, or could look that up real quick. What the heck is, he doesn't know, an iron pig. But anyway, let me continue. Now, tomorrow, Counterculture Coffee is having from 10 until 11, tasting at 10. This is where you get to go to Counterculture Coffee, which is now across the street from Seeds. They used to be down the road a piece, down like, where were they? They're way, way, way down on South Alston Avenue, but they're much closer to town now. And they are across the street, right off of Elizabeth Street, across the street from Seeds. So you get to sample different flavors and just hang out. Also, the Salvation Army of Durham, they're having Free Food Friday. This is from 10 until noon, where they help people in need to get groceries. And sometimes they have hygiene items, sometimes even pet food. Now, if you'd like to volunteer, they would love that. So give them a call and see if they need you tomorrow. And if so, they'll probably ask you to come in around 8 to help sort through everything. Okay, let us now, you put my iPad up. Let's look at the weather. I'm already smiling. It is 76 out there. It is so perfect. It's sunny. It's going up to 81 today. I can't believe it. It's going to start. It's going to start clouding up just a little bit at 4, and then it's going to be totally cloudy after that. Now tomorrow it's going up to 75, but there is a 90% chance of rain. So definitely enjoy the sun today. Take a nice walk, buy groceries, whatever you want to do, but just do that this afternoon because tomorrow you might be rained out. So that is it. If you could share this out, that would be super awesome. I really appreciate it. And now let's bring on Guy, our cook. He is waiting in the wings in Kennewick, Washington. I also want to point out you can always join Bull City Hangout whenever I'm doing this live. If you see that Guy has beat you to it, I can accommodate up to 10 people on the screen. You can always click on that link and join. Okay, let's see what's happening in Kennewick, Washington State. Hey, Guy, what's new?
Well, let's talk about the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. I found out how they came to have that name.
Oh, wow.
You're located in Lehigh Valley, which is a region in Pennsylvania. Okay.
Oh.
They're a AAA farm team for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. Okay.
If you do really good with the Iron Pigs, you get promoted up to the Phillies.
Okay, that's a steel area.
Okay, and that's right. It has to do with steel because of their proximity to the steel community. Iron Pigs was a good fit because it's used in manufacturing of steel, for which the Lehigh Valley region of Pennsylvania is real well known. Okay. You know, just like Durham 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 is Bull City. Mm-hmm. We all know that one. So
that's nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Wikipedia, for having the answer.
There you go. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
If you share my screen.
Okay, let me click on that.
We talked about gardening yesterday.
Ooh.
And you asked me online if I had a trellis. Now watch this.
Boy, do you.
Ready? Now listen. Let me know if you hear the sound.
The cucumbers past the 6th.
You hear it?
Horizontal, almost to the 7th, and there's a light breeze. You can see the wind and speed indicator on the right.
Now, to give you a perspective of how big that is, I'm 6'3", and I can't see over the brick wall that's in the background.
Whoa!
So it's the very tip top of that center that goes up like this, the spikes. I bet you is an 8-footer.
Nice.
Anyway. So
full. It doesn't look like it's getting sun that exact moment, but it does get sun.
Oh, it does get a lot of sun. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
I wish I got more, but
yeah. Well.
Anyway, and to show you the other thing, I got to show you.
Okay.
Stop sharing. And remember, I talked about. Oh, I think I got a seed growing up, and it sprouted. It's a weed.
It's a weed.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind now. I looked into the let's see, entire screen 2, share, and I want it to go to this one. Okay.
Okay, share.
Now, share that screen. See I got this plastic cover that it's sort of like a greenhouse effect. But those little green shoots that are coming out of the cup, you can kind of make them out. Those happen overnight. When I went to bed last night, these were all just dirt. There was no plants.
Wow.
And in the process of one night, the cucumbers have started going up. Now, this growing arena, I have an identical one that's off to the left for the zucchini, and I can see little curls of zucchini about to break through.
Nice use of the red party cups.
Oh, I told you about the red party cups, how I use those. Did I?
Tell us again.
Okay. Now you can see from the edge, there's 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. The bottom one, the outside one, is the party cup untouched. It's completely whole. The inside one, or the top one, if you measure from the rims, I cut the whole bottom out, and I cut it up one side, so you could open it like a book.
Oh, isn't that convenient?
I put that cup inside of the first one, fill it with soil, put the seeds in. When these cucumbers get up ready to go out to the trellis, I take the inside cup out, open it like a book, and bazinga, I've got a perfect formed starter plant.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that off of YouTube several years ago, and I've tried other things. I've tried like the cardboard toilet paper tube and so many different other ideas on how to start seeds, because there's a bunch of them.
Nice.
This is the one I'm stuck with because this was the one that worked. I like it the best.
Nice. Thank you. Now, it looks like we have a mutual friend from Scotland.
Oh, yes.
With 𝗕𝗓𝗟 𝗖𝗜𝗧𝗬.
How's it going?
Fraser, what's new?
Ramsey, congratulations on the pictures you've been sharing from Edinburgh Dusters. Fraser runs a company that likes to clean, and he shows the before and the after. Okay.
Love that.
Some of the befores that he showed pictures of before he cleaned them up, I burned them down. They were just gone.
That's a little drastic.
Oh, aye, yeah, they are kind of, a match when Gore's trying to trust me.
How's your podcast doing, Fraser?
I'm going to be interviewing somebody tonight, actually. My night. Just got to do a few, around about 8 o'clock my time, which is 3 Eastern, but just generally got to check, making sure to do a few tests on her audio and making sure there's no echoes and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to be doing a podcast. I've not done one in a while because I've just been that busy. So this has been rescheduled twice already. Really? So just doing it tonight. And then that's what we're doing. The title of it is basically the person she had a stroke due to birth control medication. And she was paralyzed from the eyes down. So obviously she was living a normal life, taking birth control, and then it caused her to have a stroke.
Oh, ouch.
And then she's got 90% of her usage back. So that will be an interesting story. And she's based in New York.
Gee whiz. I've never heard of something like that happening.
Yeah, they're always touting that. They're talking about the abortion pill they legalized in Washington State. The governor said he was going to buy like 30,000 doses or something to carry us on for years and years. And this is the first I've heard of somebody having a reaction. I don't know if it was the same pill, but.
Well, I'll be live. I'll find out all the information as soon as I interview. So that's the plan. So so it's all good.
So you have a wide-reaching network for finding people to interview, apparently.
Yeah, well, there is the podcast guest groups on Facebook, and you can just type in what you're looking for and people reach out to you and say, yeah, I'd like to be on your show, and you have a chat with them and it fits the mold, and you connect with them and schedule an interview.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
So easy as cake, as Guy says.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
Just run out the flagpole and see if it floats. See if it waves, and then
floats and waves.
Exactly. That's all you need to do. That's how you get your guests. You just got to get yourself out there. There's more than.
So if someone has an interesting story and they would like to connect with you, where do they go?
Mainly find me on Facebook or find me LinkedIn. Facebook's the main one. It's probably easier. Ping me a message and I'll have a chat.
Just search for Ramsey Unleashed, and then that'll get you there.
Find me by my name, but that's the best option. So, and you can, and if you want to, but as I say, have a chat. Not everyone's story fits the model of my podcast, but I just can have a chat anyway. I'm not really into your I'm not into your kind of psychics or your self energy healers.
Yeah. Okay.
Your kind of woo-woos. Woo, hey.
Or more concrete.
The vibrations. I mean, no, thank you. So
Okay.
I avoid them like the bars folk because I'm like not interested in that at all.
A long time ago, yours truly sold radio. And I was talking to a client, and she was in one of those, everybody has a booth malls kind of thing.
Okay.
So the guy that was in there that was telling people he was a psychic came up and interrupted our conversation. That's why I remember it so well. He says, I'm going to go to lunch. If someone comes in, could you just take their name and number? And so after he walked out the door, I said to Pam, I says, isn't he supposed to know if somebody's coming in? And she kind of laughed.
I guess.
But I mean, you'd think that he would have a vision of somebody coming in. And speaking of vision, yesterday, Fraser, we were talking about setting up a webcam on the phone to show my plants growing.
Okay.
And I downloaded and installed on Windows a program called AirDroid because I have a Droid phone. And at that point, I wasn't sure if it was available for Mac, but it is.
Okay.
So if you go to I guess it's the Apple Play Store or whatever they call it, you should be able to get AirDroid there. It's not free, but it's not spendy. It's not expensive.
Okay. I'll think about it. Yeah. Time-wise.
I mean, you could buy a kilt for more money than you could buy the AirDroid software. See, in Scotland, they measure increments of how many kilts does it take to buy that. And so using that perspective, it's sort of like learning a different language, Pat.
Quality. There we go. All right, it's good to see you back on. I'm just thinking about it. I've not seen Guy Cook in a while, but now there we go. Back in you're on mute, Pat. You're on mute. You need to unmute yourself, lady. There we go.
I muted myself on my own show. I muted myself because I thought I was going to sneeze. I don't know if you saw me making a funny face. I was like.
Speaking of funny faces, how are you feeling? Are you better today?
No, actually, I'm on my way to urgent care as soon as.
What's up? Sure.
Oh, I have what I think is sciatica, and I can't even sit still. I mean, my leg hurts and
it's nothing worse.
My bum hurts and So I want to be able to make a graceful exit and head over to.
Try taking collagen. Try take collagen. That's all.
I don't know.
Collagen is good for your bones and your hair and your nails and everything else.
I need to find out. This could be age related. They say when you get older, sometimes I forget the material between your column, either L4 or L5 could be deteriorating, and but you need to know which one so that you can know what exercises to do, because they say if you do one exercise, you can make it worse. Because I was doing certain exercises and it's not getting any better, so I'm not doing it right.
Maybe he's a physio, maybe.
Okay.
Cool. Well, let you get yourself and we'll catch up. Okay.
I'll be able to tell you what's happening tomorrow, I hope. So.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
At some point, I'm going to hopefully be able to manage the cell phone from the desktop. The downside is this, as you know, is a Linux operating system. Now, you can't do AirDroid with Linux. I haven't tried, but I don't think you can. So
you're on the cutting edge, guy.
Yes. Well, if I was in the cutting edge, I'd have a cell phone, I'd have a web camera on my Windows machine that would work, but that's another story, another time. Anyway, Film at 11. Thanks for having us on.
Okay, take care, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was super fun, and I do have to head over to urgent care real quick. Not to alarm you. I mean, I'm sure everything's going to be fine. It's just that I just got to figure out how to deal with this pain. It's making me not walk very well. I kind of hobble. Everybody can see me limping. It's kind of embarrassing. But anyway, I'm on my way. You have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow live at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.